Hello and welcome to Football Fridays. This is the show where you get all your news-ish. The best news you'll
And
get out here. And also all your just updates on transfers and fixtures. So,
we'll also,
that,
hold on. We'll also be talking about fixtures such as the upcoming games in Fulham, Middlesbrough, the North London Derby, which includes Tottenham Hotspur in fifth, and Arsenal, who are fighting for the title. And of course, all these will be broadcasted on Civic-TV.
except the Arsenal North London Derby, sadly.
It is.
Oh no, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The Liverpool game. The Liverpool game won't be broadcasted. I think that's the one.
That's the only one in Division 1, and you aren't broadcasting anything from the two.
Yes.
Anyway.
So we'll go through all the teams in Div 1. We got Dan announced as Fulham manager for next season.
It is planned, but that's it. Yeah, since Gio Dude, who is known for winning the World Cup with South European Union in season 3, I believe, has decided to step down due to personal reasons and for just stress overall. He's known as one of the top 5 managers of all from season 3, and he's been replaced probably. And there's chance with either Youssef, who is Zois in the game, or quite literally me, which is something I was shocked about. But I've come from Spurs to do this job. Anyway,
so
also coming in, we've got massive news about Division 2. Dan or D9 has been found as an alt of Irish World Cup player from season 2, which I'll get his name up. I've forgotten it.
I got it as well, I think.
It is
Cuckoo.
former Irish World Cup player Cuckoo. He might get him banned, we don't know, but this will change Norwich's chances at the title.
Yeah, they're playing Burnley tomorrow or soon.
Yeah, that is a massive fight as well, since also David, who is Burnley's quite literally main centre-back, has been loaned out to Liverpool, which could actually make this bet equal again.
So, we'll firstly start with the biggest news of the week. The FA Cup final. Arsenal, 2-1. They beat Newcastle on Sunday. I think it was. Yeah, it was 2-1. It was 2-1. Soper and... who else scored? I forgot.
It was, I think...
It was Soper and...
I think it was Styrian. I don't know.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I got ball knowledge.
And, very honestly, 2 red cards for Arsenal. Still got the win. It was a very dominant performance from the Gunners that day.
Now, those red cards will actually come into the game which we are looking at currently, is Spurs and Arsenal. Those 2 red cards are crucial since they are 2 key players, may I remind you. And if we look at it closely, Wembley Stadium 1-1, Soper and young boy Kovacs, of course, Kavixis and Soper, 2 giants in RPYL scoring, were red carded, so they will be out of this game.
They'll be out for the North London Derby, which is going to be a very crucial game for the league because they are 3 points back from Newcastle in the league. Newcastle this week, are playing on Sunday night against Chelsea, who have not scored a point in the last 5 matches.
And if we look at recent form, doesn't look like Liverpool, but barely Fulham as well. It's a very tight relegation battle with Liverpool, Chelsea and Fulham.
Maybe Spurs in it if they trip up again in the next 2 games.
They might trip up, but Fulham could escape it. Fulham could escape it if they win. I think it's...
Middlesbrough.
Yeah, and if Tottenham lose, I think it's by more than 3 goals. Which is massive.
Game in round 11, match 11, will be crucial at Craven Cottage, or not at Craven Cottage. I don't know what stadium it is right now yet.
It'll be all of them are played at St James if they're all neutral.
Okay, so yeah, I think everyone down Middlesbrough and down are in the relegation fight because they're only 6 points off the drop. So if we've got 5 matches to go, or 5 match weeks to go, so I think the top 3 are out of it. But as the league is so tight, anyone could trip up at one point and get relegated.
It is quite literally mayhem up to the top 4 here, and we don't know at all who's coming up and who's coming down, even in Division 2.
We can basically say Liverpool going down. We can basically say that.
Liverpool going down. No chance. No chance are they staying.
Only if they get a miraculous few match weeks, because they've got Manchester United.
So if they pull off a miracle against, I think it's Man U,
and then they've got.
Then they've. Chelsea. I think it's Chelsea who signed a bunch of new players.
Yeah, then Tottenham.
That's 6 points, and then they have Tottenham, 3 points. That's 9 points. So there's, I believe, is round 9. Yeah, I don't think they'll win, no matter what happens there.
Yeah, and then they've got Newcastle, which are not gonna. They've got very hard games to the end of the season, because then after that, they've got Middlesbrough.
That's going to be crucial.
That Middlesbrough game's going to be a must-win.
I think if they lose their next 2 or 3, or if they draw the next 4, which is something that can happen.
Yes.
Then they will be officially relegated from the league, since Chelsea, unless Chelsea slips up.
Yep.
Wait, no, they definitely will be. No, Fulham, no, Liverpool will be relegated.
Yep. Let's talk about Newcastle. They are leading the Prem, but they are under pressure from Arsenal after that FA Cup final win. So still, the title fight. I think Man U. I think it's between Newcastle and Arsenal. I think Man U against Arsenal. They've got Arsenal last game of the season as well, so that'll be a hard game. That'll be a title decider. Maybe we'll see if that comes. That happens. They'll easily win against Liverpool, and then Spurs. I think. Who's got the hardest game right now? Yeah, Arsenal out of the top 3 have got the hardest game. They've got Tottenham Hotspur at home, which is St James's Park, really, but.
But it does look like Tottenham Hotspur may lose form, since I can't confirm they've lost their main goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford, who has gone to Chelsea and now might even be moving to Fulham. Maciek, who's moved to Liverpool. Adam, who's gone to Bournemouth, and then CHQR has gone to Liverpool as well. Meaning they've lost their 3 of their attacking players, which means they might have to play Bloodlust, who hasn't played a game quite literally since game week 5, which is when I made my debut for Tottenham Hotspur.
Which they won 1-0 against Fulham.
Sorry. Game week 4, I mean.
Oh, game week 4, then that was the game they won 8-0 at Liverpool.
Yep, but it was meant to be considered an auto forfeit, so it was 11-0.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you look at the timeline, look who's there.
You.
Yeah, me. Yeah. I don't know where Midnight's gone, He's fallen off. You've got a lot of people right now who've just gone at Spurs, and that is something that they can't just keep doing, since their money, they've got enough money, but Kalen, who is their manager, and Adam just love to spend money. It is something I've seen before. Kalen's rubbish at deals. He sold Pickford for 18 million. Someone that was meant to be top 10, or maybe even top 5 this season, has gone for 18 million to Chelsea.
So, the record deal for Potato, out of absolutely nowhere. But that did break down in the end, but out of absolutely nowhere that happened.
195 million, which is crazy to even think about. Now, I could look in. There are quite a few people here I'm looking at. You've got Davidson, who's moving to Liverpool for the rest of the season. We've covered that. I've moved to Sunderland for 27 million just yesterday. You've got former Spurs player who was actually on form before game week 4. Jazzy is quite nice. 5-week game loan, no fee to Bournemouth, and you've got. If we look in Division 1 right now, we are seeing what was meant to be which was meant to be a crucial deal for Spurs since they've lost their attacking players. Alejandro was meant to move for a season-long loan from Fulham to Spurs. Nothing to do with fees or anything, but that broke down.
Lastly, for Division 1, look at the odds. For the 4 games we have this weekend, Fulham versus Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough are the favourites, and in the North London derby, unsurprising, Arsenal are the favourites. And then,
Liverpool, we're going to have to see. We, as at Civic-TV and everyone in Happy While, are going to have to say, even with the new signings for Liverpool, it has to be Man U. They've got such a strong team alongside them. You can't do anything about it.
Yep. Man U are obviously the favourites against Liverpool. Liverpool are boss of the league. They haven't got even a single point. Game. And then Chelsea versus Newcastle. Probably the
it'll be Newcastle in that one. They've got.
I think this is the biggest game of the weekend. Newcastle Chelsea, because I think if Newcastle slip up, anything could happen. I think the best game of the weekend. Yeah. I think the worst game of the season, the best game of the season, most hotly contested game of the weekend is Fulham versus Middlesbrough, because they're very close to the table. They're only about 6 points between each other. So this is basically a 6-pointer for relegation for Fulham.
There's only 3 points.
It's a relegation 6-pointer for Fulham.
Yeah. Fulham could not slip up today, because even next week, if we look at game week 10, we're seeing them face a very strong Man U side. And then Chelsea have got Liverpool, which could push them above the table. So they have to win this week to make sure that they keep going. For the next game, which they could possibly lose, and then it'll be a relegation decided on game week 11 for Fulham Chelsea.
Fulham haven't got Liverpool to the end of the season, so.
Yeah, which is something which they can't capitalise until then, because it is such a. Actually, no. Until game week 13, they don't have them. I think. Oh no, they've got Arsenal and then Newcastle on the last 2 game weeks. Yep. So then Tottenham. So they've already passed the time of having
Liverpool.
So they
won
used
3-0 last week.
Yeah. Was it last week? I think so.
Saturday. Yeah. I know. 18th for the 3rd. That is not last week.
No, it was quite a while ago since we had the FA Cup week, which was quite the event to see.
Yeah, Fulham getting knocked out in the semi-finals by Newcastle, and then as well.
And then they came 4th place after some competition and decision by the board. I think that's going to be a fairly strong place for them, since they've shown now they've got a strong team, but they just need to capitalise it with tactics now.
The last time Spurs played Arsenal was in the FA Cup semi-finals. That game ended up 10-3 to Arsenal, sorry. And the last time Middlesbrough and Fulham faced each other was matchday 2, and Middlesbrough came out convincingly 8-3 winners in that match. And last time in the league that Tottenham and Arsenal played were 5-0 Arsenal in the end, and last time that Man U played Liverpool ended up 10-0. But I think we could see a completely new Liverpool side.
It could be, but this Liverpool side, there are only 2 people I know in there which have actually worked with each other for more than a week. They will not. I don't think they will be able to hold on to being less than double digits. It's such a weak side when it comes to chemistry. It won't work. That's my vision on them, because Liverpool, they just don't have the chemistry. That is something that cost them against Tottenham, that cost them against Chelsea, that cost them completely throughout the season, and they just haven't been able to capitalise it on getting players in bunches to bring in and that's of course been a massive mistake since they've just splashed money across the world's face.
And they haven't signed very smart signings. They've just tried to sign superstars that haven't worked in the team, so they haven't had the chemistry in the side.
But hopefully we could see change with that with Magic or Applejuice, who's been on form quite recently with Spurs, but is of course transferred for 37.5 million.
This Liverpool side, I think, will struggle in Division 2 because it's so off the pace in Division 1. Mid-table in Division 2, I don't think it's even Division 2 top class quality. Or is there so much of a skill gap between both divisions that you can't survive if you get promoted, only if you flash money.
If we look here, they've got Damon Slice, who is a terrible player. Nothing to against him. Blackman's P, he's left. He was a fair player. Redemption, he's left. Ella's left. Their top players have just gone. They haven't shown any promise ever since they've brought in Valdini. That's it. That's the only person that could help them, but he's played terrible in friendlies. His Liverpool side's just not prepared.
As well, the last time the Newcastle-Chelsea game, it was probably the closest game of the season, one of the best games of the season, 3-2 in the end. That game was very close at St James's Park. And that ended, let me just check how it went, the game, that was in January as well. It went 3-0 and then 3-2, so it was a very good game that was, but...
Now, of course, we're looking here, we've got Division 2 coming up now. We've got games tomorrow, and of course we can report on to yesterday's game as well.
Yeah, 7.
We had Bournemouth, Sunderland, and Blackpool, Birmingham. Blackpool, of course, have just not woke up. They've gone to the bottom of the table finally, and it looks like Birmingham City might, if the League One, which is Division 3, is implemented, they will be relegated if they continue their form. But oh no, they've gone. Sunderland's back in relegation.
Today, I got there will be a Division 2 game streamed tomorrow. Sheffield United QPR will be streamed, I believe.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Actually, no, that's on Sunday. That'll be on Sunday, 5:30 p.m.
And also the I've been looking at the time.
Burnley one.
Yeah, the Burnley one will be streamed as well. So we'll have 5 games. That is a lot. That's a lot. And we'll have, I believe, you and Templar commentating, maybe me side on the pit.
Maybe you as well. Yeah, Templar will definitely be commentating, but he won't be commentating, so it'll be you and me on Sheffield to QPR if that's possible.
What's your predictions for the Division 1 games? Let's go to Division 1 just for a few seconds. So the first game, what's your predictions for Fulham versus Middlesbrough?
I think we'll play it out 3-2. Get back at Middlesbrough. I think we'll be free from relegation. I think.
Will they go ahead of Middlesbrough though? Because they are 4 behind on goal. No, are they? No, they're 8 behind on goal difference. So they can't really get goal difference, but they can get Spurs. No. They can get Spurs if they win and Spurs lose. Yeah. So this game is a for Fulham and a crucial game for Spurs. Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, the North London derby. What's your prediction for that game?
Ooh. No offence to my former club, but this Arsenal side is a super team. You cannot stop them. Yeah. They've been on form in FA Cup. They've been on form in semis. And Tottenham just lost their best players. Fortunately enough, they're playing B team players, or what were B team players, as their starters now.
They could get relegated. They're in relegation. They could if Chelsea get back on form against Newcastle, which would be hard.
So I think with Arsenal Tottenham, it's going to be 6-1.
That will put Fulham into 5th place. So Fulham may be safe from relegation after that. Next, Liverpool versus Man U. Pretty obvious result, in my opinion.
Pretty obvious result there. I'm expecting more than 9 goals in that match, especially with the unseriousness of Maldini. He's just not that ready, I think, to become a player in that type of acumen. But of course, I'm thinking the only one of the few people that aren't going to score in that match. No offense to him, he's a fantastic player, but he's just not it, you know. Belly, he's the most sexiest person in Div 2. He's not in Div 2, in Man U. He's just I don't know how he starts, but he's actually no. He's a fair dribbler. He's just is wild since he's come from Fulham, and I'm surprised how that's happened. How he's just gone that wild, if you understand what I mean.
Yes.
So I expect more than 9 goals in that game for Man U, and then maybe 1 goal or 2 goals from Magic.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if we look at Chelsea, Newcastle now.
Yeah. That's going to be crucial for both teams, because Chelsea, if they win, they need to win, because if Fulham win, they need to get some points in, because they'll be 6 points back from Fulham and Tottenham. And for Newcastle, because
they have to hold on to the title.
So, really.
It's quite literally do or die for both teams here, on both sides of the table. But of course, you've got the likes of Anzulu. He's going to stop several shots, maybe a bit of a fluke. Coming in one to start us off for Chelsea, and then we'll come to maybe a domination by Retro, and maybe many more of that. So
that's my prediction.
So
3-1 to Newcastle. That's my prediction.
5-2.
Oh, you've got high scoring. I don't agree in high scoring, very honestly, but it will happen.
High scoring is what happens.
Yeah, Division 2 now. So let's talk about the game last night. Bournemouth versus Sunderland. That ended 7-4 in the end.
Yeah. And then we had, I believe it was 10-0 Birmingham Blackpool.
Yeah, Birmingham Blackpool.
So
that will help who won again? Sorry.
Birmingham.
Oh, that will really help them, because that would put them up ahead of Sunderland and level 1 points with Sheffield United. They need to beat QPR, which is going to be a very hard task against the flying QPR. They've won 4 and 5.
But they've lost a major talent there, so we can't be for sure. We don't know any score. But they have called back star player from Newcastle, and we don't know if that will change anything.
Yeah, that will.
So
with
Burnley,
Rocky
Norwich.
What
do you believe will happen there?
Let's talk about Rocky being banned. He's been banned for parental problems with his.
His parents have gone a bit strict on him. That's not something we can't
control it.
We have to be all mad about, since he is a very good goalkeeper. Is sad to see, but the game's the game, boy. You have get better parents. I can't lie.
So Burnley Norwich. I'll be live on Civic-TV tomorrow at 17:15 BST. Burnley and Norwich both in the title fight, because 6 points separate them. Burnley didn't have a good result last time. They lost to Bournemouth, who are now second in the league. Actually, they might be top now. Actually, they are top of the league after that win against Birmingham.
Yeah, top until we see the result tomorrow. If Norwich do lose this game, then Bournemouth will be on top by goal difference, which I don't believe they will stop, since they've got such good talent coming in now. But I believe it'll be a draw.
Yeah.
2-2.
My prediction is Burnley will win 3-1. I think Burnley right now. Last game Norwich, they've been on form, but other teams have done better against Sheffield United. They've had a few easy games, really. They've had Blackpool, Sheffield United, Birmingham, and QPR. The only hard game they've had in the last few games. They only just won that game, and so it's been a very few easy games for them. So I'm not.
But other than that, they've been on high form. Fair enough for them.
They're taking easy. They're more consistent, but Burnley, I think, at the moment, even though they lost to Bournemouth are flying. They're going to win the league. They beat Sunderland just because Sunderland have been playing well lately. Very honestly, they have been playing very nicely. They've signed
some decent players.
Yeah. They won 6-1 at Birmingham, and then they've had a few hard games. They've had QPR and Sheffield.
Yeah, they've had Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield United, who are on form as well. There's a lot of on-form
Yeah.
teams.
Yes.
Blackpool are the
From what I've seen, they've signed up former Spurs player Shazbak, who was a very strong against Man U. Maybe we see him shine in Div 2.
Yeah, I think 3-1 prediction. Burnley win, and the Sheffield United QPR game. I'm gonna have to
give that to QPR, because they've got such strong talent, but it doesn't matter about Rocky leaving. They're gonna find a replacement surely.
Yeah,
it's gonna be 3-0 or 3-1.
QPR lately have been challenging against the big teams. They've been challenging against them. They've not been backing down. They've had a 9-0 win and an 8-2 win. They're one of the most high-scoring teams in the league in the last few games. So I think it'll be a high-scoring game, and I think it'll be 5-2.
But if you recall, this is why I said they've got such strong talent, and of course I can back your agreement. They've been facing big teams and they've been winning. They held on against Newcastle, if you remember, against the FA Cup final. They faced Newcastle. We can remember Templar saying this. They nearly got a win against Newcastle, which is a massive thing in a friendly, especially with such a strong side. But I think QPR could stick out for third this season, and then Norwich second, Bournemouth first, and then Burnley fourth.
As well, any friendlies has been happening this week. I've heard a lot of things for friendlies, but what have the friendlies been happening this week? Because
there've been quite a few friendlies. They're consistently made in RPYL. You've got Spurs. They've had quite a few. They've won and lost against Liverpool in their friendlies against the Spurs B team, which is if we look at this closely, hold on, I've just seen this now coming in. Kalen, who is Spurs' manager, has come out now with an outrageous call to the Spurs team, saying, "As a passionate observer of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, I can't help but notice a lack of passion and drive in the team. The current atmosphere seems to be lacking at the intense desire and love for the game that is needed to win matches and championships. This lack of passion is apparent on the pitch, where players seems to be going through the motions rather than fighting tooth and nail to come out victorious." Of course, and he ends it off, "You, the players, need to work on your own discipline and commitment to the team to ensure you are playing at your highest level possible."
That's interesting. That's.
He's also come out publicly to say, if I can get this, because I don't want to get you demonetized.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get demonetized. And yes.
Yeah. He says, "F me, your S word.
Yeah,
You're all
understand.
S word. To be honest, the fact you give a club loans and then loan players who do crap all, he's come out to say that he's not happy with the loans coming into the club and he's going to be taking initiative."
Which is, he's not really happy with his Spurs side, basically.
He's not happy at all. You've got plenty of people who've now become 18 players who weren't there before. You've got Pablo, who was meant to be a B team player, who just wanted to lay down low. He's now starting 7. You've got the Bab, you've got Redemption, and then it's been outrage in Spurs, and many people have been resigning from staff works, such as Geist, who was their captain, now in Fulham. We've been reading this a lot.
As well, I think the main problem with Tottenham's side is the attack. They've had the second worst attack in the league, obviously ahead of Liverpool. So it's really the problem is the attack for Tottenham this season. The defence is very well. They're better than Middlesbrough and not better than Fulham, because Fulham defence is it's very good. He's the 4th best in the league.
It's been a brick wall, yeah.
But I think problem with the Spurs side is the attack is just.
They don't have the drive to do it. No.
Yep.
They're tied second with Fulham for attack, and now I believe from what we're looking, they're fourth best. Fulham's defense, and then the defense has been strong.
Yep. As well, yeah.
We can't.
I
think if we look at people that they should sign, we're looking at Saying and Scope.
The highest scoring game is 2 and 1-8 and a 6. That's their highest scoring games. They lose 8-0 to Tottenham and 5-0 to Arsenal. They just can't score in losing games. The only game they've put up a fight is the 6-3 loss in round 1 to Middlesbrough, which was a long time ago, which was start of July,
and then
January.
Of course, they got revenge with a 3-2 win the last game week, but they've been playing quite. Their attack is all gone as well. They don't have the drive. They've only got, I believe, they've lost their front three.
Yep.
In the last week, which is massive, and they've lost their main goalkeeper.
Yeah, Fulham can deal with their bad attack because their defense is very good as well because they've only got -1 goal difference.
Actually, their defense is. It's air. They've got Pablo Emre, and I believe it's.
Let me see. I might be able to.
I'll double check for you since I'm in the server, and they've got Evie, who's a striker. He's the new striker for Spurs, but he hasn't been showing quite well. They're very, very inactive, but. Including was meant to be the main goalkeeper, which is Blaster Master. He's very good, but he's just unable to have that drive.
Yeah, a lot of players struggling for motivation, we can see. Yeah, that big talking point from the Tottenham manager there, that has sparked a lot of fury with the Tottenham side, so that's not really helped. Because coming out and saying that about your players is...
Results.
Yeah, coming out and saying that about your players
is something. Is something quite big, you know.
You never really see that in football. You
don't see that, no.
Yeah, it's a very rare occurrence, and
we have to be looking. I'm looking at QPR's server now. Yeah, boys, any announcements? Double checking.
Yep.
There seems to be one.
Oh, we're AFK for more than 20 minutes, because that's obviously why we do it. Yay.
There could be a possible point deduction, which could be given to Norwich for D9, where it's been confirmed.
Yeah, why is that point deduction coming in?
It's because of D9.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Me and Dan, we were having a chat about that during the broadcast
during practice. It was there could be possible point deductions for Norwich for the D9 scandal, but we don't know for certain now.
That could change the whole complexion of the league. So we will.
It would change. Yeah, it will change massive results.
Yeah. How much do you think the point deduction should be?
I think it should be 3 points. It's fair, simple. It's one player. But he's been there long enough.
If it's one game on it, it's just take away his goals, or maybe you just take away his goals and see how many points they have.
Oh, by the way, you hit 50 subs.
Oh.
Yeah. Congrats, but.
Oh yeah, we got 50 subs anyway.
Yeah. Also, big news coming from While. Sunderland. There could be 2 new signings coming in there, but we don't know if it's certain.
And who are they?
There's been. Of course, you've got the goalkeeper during the. We've got words coming in for threats from Sunderland's 18 player Ella, who is saying, "We must kill Vamps. Trust you so bad." Yeah,
Drama, a lot of drama in RPYL.
that is at its peak. Yes, currently at its peak. Of course, there's possible friendly with Spurs right now. I'll double check, but there's strong chances that we've estimated now that there's a 15% chance by the end of the season, may I add, that Kalen may resign, and there's a 20% chance if that does happen that Adam will take his spot. Now, Geodude, there's a 27% chance he will resign before the end of the season, and of course, everything else is history. Now we've got very, very strong stuff coming in, but after a while did too. We're seeing a bunch of things. Is right about if we get an interview with, let me DM him.
Who are we getting?
We are getting Jordan Pickford, who's just signed with Chelsea.
So that's going to be a massive loss to Spurs, is it?
Yeah, massive Spurs. It's a massive Spurs loss there.
So we will see if that affects them.
He's meant to be joining, I think, around now. Airport. There you go. Pickford responded. I'll send him a link.
Hope he can join the VC. I don't think he can join commentary, so we'll join it. We'll change VC.
It's nice fine here, you know.
I don't know if he can join. I'm not 100%.
No, he can't. Can he? So go into interview groups.
No, interview room 1 and.
Oh yeah, that's wrong. Interview room 1.
Let me just join. Hopefully we'll get him to soon arrive.
Alright, fair enough. So I can't join interview room.
I'm with you. There we go. Hello. There we go.
Alright,
I don't know why it's muted when everyone joins. Let me move Pickford as well.
We're waiting on
Pickford.
There we are. You can unmute him.
Yes, I did.
Hello. Yeah. Alright, this is Civic-TV Football Friday. I'm actually going to ask you about the transfer to Chelsea and possibly even Fulham.
Spurs tried to sign me like 2 hours ago for some reason.
But they can't sign you. It's team hopping.
I know.
And of course we've agreed on your signing anyway. So
yeah. Send me the link to the game.
To the game, or it's public. St James.
Oh, public.
Yeah, public. Well, I've disconnected.
Yeah, the reconnect problem.
Yeah. Anyway, Pickford. First thing. What is the first thing you want to say to Spurs and Kalen? If you say any swear words, we get demonetized. So be careful.
Okay. Thanks for that information.
Yeah, because you would have swore your head off, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean maybe you would have? I know you by now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
What do you have to say for Kalen?
Underage nerd.
Ooh, beef. Of course, what do you think about Adam becoming assistant manager now?
Annoying.
We're gonna be thinking about.
Have you heard how Adam talks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was literally in the VC with you.
Oh shit, were you? Oh.
You idiot! You idiots!
Udge.
To be honest, I don't think you even get monetized anyway, Civic.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh,
Maybe.
let's go. I'm a
So,
little.
so just pop off, lad. I don't care
Alright,
anymore.
let's go.
Just try not to go over the top.
Yeah, over the top. Yeah, we get
Uh,
you get a strike on YouTube.
Yeah.
I were about to though.
You could
Hey, you can say
say the
it's
odd
whatever.
swear. You can say the odd fuck.
What about the C word?
Thanks.
No, yes, sure. Just don't.
Anyway, what's your opinion on your new manager?
We're class dribbling here. Oh my god, look at that dribbling. Oh my god.
Remember, this is legit an interview, so but
It does stand. We.
Fat.
So basically, I need to ask you, what is your opinion on Big John?
He's annoying.
Is that why you want to sign for Fulham?
Yeah.
Yeah, good lad.
Because he literally signs before 4 days before he gets another goalkeeper. What?
Yeah. Of course.
What is that here? What is Woot here?
Many people are going to be calling you the next Yashin or the next Riley. Do you believe you can stand up to those expectations by the end of the season?
Probably not, maybe. You never know.
Brilliant tackle.
Why are these not here now?
Was everyone joined?
They weren't meant to join me.
Why did they join you?
I don't know. Because I just left them easy for no reason.
Oh yeah, you won the Yes VC, weren't you?
Yeah, I don't know why it's called yes, but it is.
It was named something very, very wrong.
Oh yeah, let me check what it were.
Can I say this on YouTube, Civic?
Let me check and I'll
Can you put it
see.
in my DMs, please?
Yeah.
When did it
This
get...
is what we put it
Can you
named
put it in
as.
my DMs? Don't say it yet, please.
If I find it, I will say it maybe.
So there were 3.
I'll say one you can say.
Yeah. That's the N-word. Oh, it has the N-word in it.
You can say the first one.
It has the N-word in it.
And then there was a quote which was in there, but we won't say it. We won't say that one. Definitely not.
Yara! Finger
Yeah.
and my
You
penis
can
is
say the
bigger.
first 2, they're fine.
I'll say that without all the bad stuff.
So it was named the Jimmy Civil Club. And then we had
Brilliant tackle.
you're an N-word and my Willie is bigger.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
Just,
It was also called Fortnite at some point.
Oh yeah, you named it Fortnite, but anyway, back
Yeah,
to questions.
Yeah, I think we should do an interview.
Who do you believe will win the Golden Glove?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, so far, he actually has the most. Probably has one of the most clean sheets in this league or something. So I think it might be a Riley or something.
Him or Riley. Yeah, I don't think there's any competition unless there's like some weird person that comes in. That's an alt. People could save. Anyway, we're going around. We're gonna go around a bit now and ask you about Div 2, which you aren't in, but you were.
Yeah, when I played like.
I'm gonna give you 2 scores.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you. 2 games. Sorry. Fulham Norwich. That's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, Fulham Norwich is coming up.
Aren't we in? Isn't Fulham in Division 1?
Oh, not Fulham. Burnley.
Burnley. Yeah.
Oh, Burnley.
Yeah.
Brilliant tackle.
Yeah. What about that game?
I want your prediction.
Let me see what I put for my prediction.
You put something like 10-0, I swear.
I did not put 10 no. I put 2-1 to Norwich.
Oh, fair enough. And Sheffield QPR.
Sheffield first coup, 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah,
Two more questions before we can either A, allow you to commentate with us, or B,
what a tackle.
You can just leave and go back to that VC.
Interview Dan after. I mean, you should interview Walt after this and Adam.
I will. I'll interview Adam since why not? But what's your opinion on Rocky? Basically not being able to.
He's a capybara, so. And I don't. Go.
No,
Why
about him being banned from.
He got banned.
No, he got banned from his parents.
Oh. I mean, he was acting gay, and his parents heard him a bit ago in a he was right funny. His parents heard him being gay.
His parents are now strict on him. And of course, final question: what's your opinion on the D9 scandal?
I don't even know much about it.
What do you know about it then?
I didn't even know it happened. I just focused on goalkeeping.
Basically, D9's been found as an alt.
Who owns the alt? I suspected.
Cuckoo.
Who the hell is he?
He was an Irish World Cup player.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you for your time. We'll probably get Adam in here now, I think.
I love Kevin Frog. Nice. Okay, that's the new Chelsea player after leaving Tottenham.
Yeah, thank you for your time. We'll get possibly one of the cheapest signings, which are good this season. Adam, who's just signed quite literally yesterday.
Did I turn my voice changer on?
No, you can leave now if you want.
No, I'm not leaving. Do you like my custom kit?
Bro, I told you I can't make it until someone.
No, look at me.
I'm just sliding at everyone.
Look at me, Dan. Look at me, Dan.
What should I look at you? You're ugly.
No, Dan, look at me. Look at me Roblox shirt and pants. You see it? I
do more than see it, lad. I do more than see it. I see it. I'm doing more than seeing it. I'm doing more than seeing it, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm aware of that.
You got sent.
Do you like my kit, though? Do you like my kit?
No. Okay. So thank you.
Civic.
Why do you not like my kit?
I don't know. I'm gonna DM Adam since why not?
Yes.
That's already. Oh my god! He's broken through. My god! Messi. Oh, let's go. Oh my god! He's that big. Ref, that's a penalty there, but whatever. We move. Advantage.
That's me as well.
Okay.
I want to finish.
I get that you are. You kind of do, but yeah, you can leave now. I don't care.
I'm just gonna be hated.
I don't care about you anymore, because the only reason I want you now is the only reason I want to talk with you a bit more is because I want you to follow him.
Oh, by the way, we have 10 minutes left of this broadcast. This has been going on.
So we'll get one more interview with Adam, who's probably one of the most cheapest and best signings we'll find this season. Who's currently in division.
Templar, if we can.
And Templar, but we don't know if he's still doing friendly. Of course.
Myself.
Hello, I'm sliding in the goal.
Oh my god, Jordan, we need to do an interview from.
I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna disconnect in a second.
Why?
Because you're being annoying.
I disconnected.
W Civic.
Good, nice. Okay, he can do what he needs to do.
I'm gonna send Adam the link to the thing.
He's in Chatter's lounge. He's waiting.
Like, Adam.
I think I'm hated by him. I think I'm hated by everyone.
Commentary. He's gonna join the commentary, and then we'll be sorted to move him in.
Yes.
He's a very good player, but he's just been played in defence at Bournemouth since if he scores a bunch of goals. There we go. Adam, I think he's
in the server.
Yeah, he's in the server, but
yeah, I'm telling him to join Chat's London. I'll move him.
he can't join the commentary. It's locked apparently.
Oh, he's here now.
Okay, there you go. Hello there, Adam.
Yo.
So basically, this is about you signing with Bournemouth under very cheap circumstances. Do you think they're cheapskates?
I think they overpaid, to be honest, because they put me in defence, and I'm a striker, so...
Yeah, but
I've never played
the only reason they did that is because they said if you score too many goals, you're going to be sent back to Spurs, you Wally.
Yeah, but... That won't happen, because I'm awful, and I'm washed anyways. I'm not that bad.
I keep telling you that, I swear.
I don't know. I'm a bit washed, though. No, I think they're doing it, because they have, like, other good players.
No, it's because they have Harry and all that, but they just want to keep you a bit.
I mean, I don't really know.
Anyway, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions now. So, of course, you won against
Do you want to go to
Sheffield to Sunderland. Any feelings about that?
I feel like we did good, but I felt like I did really bad because I was in defence. I was the first ever game I played as a defender. Didn't know what to do. I think I did okay.
At least you got a better rating than me.
But like, you still got the second highest rating in your team.
I got third.
Yeah, but if you won, you would have got like the highest rating. It's only because we won that our ratings were higher.
Anyway, of course you've got, I believe next week it's Norwich. I don't know.
Probably Norwich.
Because it needs to know. Do you believe after D9 that'll become a pretty easy game for you?
I mean, we smoked them in Spurs, so
Ooh,
yeah, we could do it any day.
Also, I want to ask you, if you were an assistant manager, no bias.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to Kalen?
Well, I think Galen is probably one of the best managers in the league. Like, he cares for his players. He hosts a lot of friendlies. He's very active.
Think for me, easy. I have that to say.
I didn't even hear you.
Basically, he didn't care about me. He didn't care about Shaz. He didn't care about Magic.
I mean, no, he did care about you guys. It's just like, again, because he has like a lot of subs, and like, I mean, to be honest, he signed way too many players.
Yeah.
He sold Magic because he wanted to leave, and
he was desperate to sell him anyway.
Shez started. Like,
yeah,
he did good. I think he wanted to move to Sheffield though. So
no, he didn't want to move. You know.
For real?
No, yeah, for real. He just got sold.
That's mad. I mean, I was an assistant manager at the time, so yeah, I don't really know.
I don't care if you could ruin this interview, Jordan. You're fat.
Yes, bruv. You got bare fat in it.
It's bare fat.
Hey, lad.
Anyway, of course, there's a couple questions now. Do you believe first of all, do you believe you'll get promoted?
What do you mean?
Do you believe you'll get promoted from Div 2?
From Div 2. Bournemouth. I think we have the potential to do so.
Fair enough.
Maybe.
Last thing, do you believe, what are you going to say to the
I'd say we. I'd say, listen. I'd say we have the potential to get promoted, but maybe our team is probably not the second best in Div 2 or the first best. Maybe it's like Norwich and Burnley.
Burnley don't have the best team?
Nah, we just faced them in a friendly. They beat us 5-10, but again, we didn't have key players. So
yeah, I feel you.
I mean, we're probably equal to Burnley, to be honest.
And also, what is your opinion about being linked after a few weeks to join Fulham?
Wait, am I? I don't know.
Yeah, you're kind of linked to join Fulham alongside like Jordan. Wow,
I mean,
and all that.
that'd be very nice, especially now that you're the assistant manager. So that's a dub.
It's nice. If I do well against, if I do well on form, like I become manager.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, calm. Thank you. I think that's all we have for. Oh shit! How long? How long? Oh shit! I don't know who else we can interview since I'm just gonna go over this again, just in case we've missed anything. So of course we've got upcoming games: Liverpool, Man U, Chelsea, Newcastle, Fulham, Middles, and I believe tightest game we've got that week. The fuck is it called again? No, we've done that. We've done that. Spurs, Arsenal, and Div 2. We've got 2 games left and two big news stories coming from there. Rocky unable to play officials or any kind for QPR, and D9 being found as an alt, which is massive news. And speaking of Norwich players, they've got Burnley to face, and that could be a title race. And of course, we've got last game for this game week until maybe God knows when, QPR Sheffield.
Yeah, I think QPR that game between let me see what it is. I actually don't know. Burnley Norwich is going to be 6 points for the league. Whatever happens could have a big influence on the league table because they are only separated by 6 points, so they could. If Burnley win, Norwich will be under pressure from Bournemouth next week.
I do believe.
Yeah, they are
Bournemouth
playing. Bournemouth and Norwich are playing against each other next week as well. So.
Yeah, which is massive for the title. If Burnley do win, then there's a chance.
Pickford has just called me a wanker.
you will.
Look at it.
Pickford, if you're watching the stream, I do want to remind you.
He didn't think that you could hear us.
Oh,
I did unmute him though. He's server muted.
That's deserved. Pickford, remember, the reason I signed you in the first place was to make sure you became disciplined, since you weren't really the best at that at Spurs.
I go Spurs if no unmute.
Okay, unmute him because. Oh yeah, Kaylin doesn't like you now, by the way.
Why can't I reject it? Shit.
Oh, you said that.
My bad, I had my voice changer on.
You sounded older, I can't lie.
Brilliant tackle.
Twice you did get it in the end. No. Alright, so that's been the inaugural episode of Football Friday at Civic-TV. It's been me, Dan on next row, and of course Civic here, the legend himself.
The legend. The introduction. The introduction.
Thank you, and we'll be seeing you next Friday.
And also, I'll be seeing you, and me and next row will be seeing you tomorrow for the.
Why does Kaylin hate me?
Yeah, we'll be seeing you tomorrow for the Division 1.
Fulham Middles and Northumberland Derby.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes, so that'll be.
Emma,
Thank you for watching.
in